got this one sister that's going to bring something, to a conversation that should have been had a long time ago about gatekeeping and how the sister should be gatekeeping, a certain caliber of brothers. Let's go ahead and check that out.
And this is a good one right here because it's so true. White women do not play when it comes to their men, baby. They do not play because white people move based on survival instincts. And that's what a lot of black people don't understand because they don't live in fucking reality. A lot of black people are delusional as fuck. They live in some sort of alternate universe where things go a different way. But in real world reality, dating as a black woman, dating a white man is not as easy as these divestors want to try to make it seem. Becky will fucking strangle me with her bare hands before she lets me take her best option of a white man. Literally, she would strangle me dead with her bare hands. But like I said, because black women in particular are so fucking delusional, they really think they can go out here and just snag the best, most top tier white man and just ride off in the sunset. Like, just delusional, bro.
She is 100% right. Now, she mentioned a part where she talked about, about survival. Well, it's the same thing with black people, too, about survival in our relationships. Our relationships kept us in survival when this country was really, doing some things to us every single week, dealing with the Klan and all that other mess. It was black families staying together, the black man and woman staying together and protecting each other that kept us the strongest we ever been. It's the family. That's why the family was attacked, because when we get together, it's nothing that we can't do. Now, in that time period, black women's age of marriage was 19 years old, the average. Black women were married way more in the United States of America than white women. Okay? Now, let's fast forward to today. There's been a lot of propaganda that's been thrown toward black people as a whole, and definitely black women as well. You had the feminism movement come in to try, and what do you try to do? Siphon black women away from black men and the black family. Then on the other side, you had other movements come in and try to, you have the black exploitation era and try to, look at black women as just, 304s or whatever. Like I said, the 304 conversation is nothing new. Okay, the black exploitation era. Then, all the drugs they want to put in our community, all the heavy, gang era. You have so many different eras of different things that happen. Everything that happened was to attack our families, right? Now, if you also fast forward what she's talking about sisters need to start gatekeeping the top tier brothers. Yes, that needs to happen because she's right. Becky's not going to let no black woman come in and take a top tier white man. Matter of fact, they got systems for that where they don't even let black women get nowhere near a white man that come from a long line of money like that, come from a newly successful family. They're not going to get access to that at all. But yeah, we have our brothers. They aren't really shielded like that from anybody coming their way, not just white women, but anybody coming their way. So how would you start to gatekeep those men? You have to run the same playbook, probably times 10. Number one, the main way these women get access to a lot of top tier black men is they be in the areas where they're located. You understand what I'm saying? So one of the first areas they go, we know that, is in the colleges, right? So definitely your athletes, they hanging out, they being around, they being exposed to or whatever. Not to say sisters isn't in those areas, but you got to be there. At the same time, we have to reinforce that, hey, you are basically, top tier in our community. We need to definitely try to keep that money or whatever in the community, because when that girl leave you, whatever, she's going to take everything from you. And like this one brother said, and I thought that was so genius. He said, yeah, it's all good with Becky and them till you see your name versus the state of Texas or the state of Louisiana, or your name versus the state of whatever state you in, right? The state of Georgia. He said, it's all good with them till you see that on paperwork. And that is the no matter what black man you are, that is a constant threat for you. Your name versus the state or whoever. Or it could be your name versus the United States of America. And you don't want any of that, okay? So we know historically that woman will have that issue for you and cause a lot of death and destruction with black men. Had consensual relationships with black men, lied when they got caught, And a lot of black men have lost their lives. Now, to the sisters, let me encourage you on something. I'm telling you, as a black man that's been around black men, have black family, everything black, okay? I will say at least 95% of black men want to be with black women. That's the truth. Unfortunately, in our community, we're going to have to shift the paradigm on what we value as top tier. You understand? Because if we got to value our builders in the community, we got to value those men. See, those men who are the builders in the community, they're not put at top tier. They may be looked at as quote unquote boring. Well, what is actually boring? Actually, I look at it, you're the one that's bored because you need somebody to entertain you. Why don't you, if you really think this guy's a good guy and if he actually love you, he going to actually do what you want to do. If he love you, you say, oh, okay, well, maybe something he not into, but you get him into it. It happens all the time. As a woman, you could be with a man and teach him to be the way you actually want him to be in the area of hobbies or whatever the case may. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's certain personality traits you can't teach. I'm going to tell you to teach personality traits. But there should be no reason why some man who's making $150,000, $200,000 and up, ain't no way that they should be with Becky and them. They should be with you, but you got to gatekeep to make that happen. And so you're going to have to change what you value as a top tier man. You know, all the men that's doing good is not going to be athletes. They definitely not going to be on the streets. Now, I know it's more and more women are getting away from that street dude culture. I understand that. But you're going to have to go in the areas where these brothers are at, period. You're going to have to value that. I know a lot of you get degrees and all that in college. So why are you not snatching them brothers up? Snatch them up. See, the one thing Becky and them do, they snatch the dudes up in college. Get them in. But unfortunately, in this community, we're taught, well, you got time. See, they teach them, get them early. Get them early. The sisters who are mostly married got married early. You don't have time. If you got a good dude early, get him. Take him. You're not missing nothing out here. See, a lot of that with gatekeeping is not taught. That's why it's just you don't value it. It's not nothing against you. It's just something you don't value. So you have to switch what you value. Dudes that's dusty, dudes that don't got nothing going on, that's not valuable. In the area of men that we know that's not a valuable person. But unfortunately, some will entertain a dusty dude all day long. Have kids for him too, which is crazy. There ain't no way that if I was a woman, I want to have any child with a dusty guy, because his dusty genes will be getting into my child. I would not want that. I want a top tier dude with top tier everything. That way, when he have a child with me, that top tier DNA is going to be with my child. My child can be a producer, because with DNA going into your child, and that child get here, don't be surprised if that child replicate their old sorry daddy or sorry mammy. Don't be surprised. That's why you need to get with people, you know, who's decent, good character, smart, etc. Bottom line, we got to change what we value. And once you change what you value, you'll gatekeep. Trust me.